This is not surprising. Marathon is dead, or at least the closed alpha is. When we look at the data from Steam charts and we look at the data on Twitch, it tells a pretty grim story for the Marathon alpha. Now, keep in mind that we're talking about closed alpha test numbers, right? So it's not an open alpha. If it was, this would give us a much better indicator of how many people are playing at any given time. And so when we start here, it launched last week, exactly 7 days ago. People got access to this game, right? 6,000 players at its peak, almost 7,000 players, right? So these are all the people that got sent codes and were able to log in, right? And initially launched, and then shortly afterwards had a little bit of a crash. It hit up to about 6,000, and then really right about 24 hours later, it was already down to about 600. But again, it climbs its way back up as Bungie sends out more and more of those alpha codes to people in their emails and everything else. And so you can see the dips, the highs and the lows. But unfortunately, it's gotten to such a low point now, and you could potentially put this as the reason as because of the Destiny ARG that's currently active, right? But remember again that Marathon is meant to build its entirely own audience. It's not meant to be Destiny 2 players playing Marathon. It's not meant to be extraction shooter players playing Marathon. It's meant to build its own audience. And it's doing a pretty rough job of that, at least if the alpha is an indicator of that. Right now, at Wednesday at 11 a.m., so about 6 hours ago, there was 83 people playing Marathon. That's like enough for 3 lobbies, 3 or 4 lobbies total. People were saying that in the last 24 hours, it was near impossible to even find a match in Marathon, right? It loads you into like 18-player lobbies, I believe. And so if you can't find 18 players, then you're going to have a hard time launching into this. And on top of that, we can also look at the charts when we look at Marathon in terms of streaming, in terms of its popularity right now. And it's at about 1,000 viewers on Twitch. And just to give you an idea, like Destiny 2 at its low point has like, maybe 5,000 viewers at its low point. And obviously there's some games that are wildly popular that have over 100,000 at all times. So, you're definitely looking for your alpha to perform a little bit better than 1,000 viewers. I mean, Mr. Fruit right here, God bless this man. He has literally half the entire directory with his 400 viewers here. If Mr. Fruit gets offline, Marathon will be literally on life support in this directory right now, because none of the viewers in the top 3 will have barely like 100 viewers at this point. So it's definitely not appealing to a new audience just yet. Bungie is not doing a good job of acquiring this whole new audience that it's trying to create with it. I'm not trying to put the game down by any means. We're just taking note of where Marathon is at right now to see if maybe Bungie can turn this around. A lot of people have speculated, maybe Bungie should delay the arrival of Marathon. Maybe Bungie should add some new features. Maybe they should, reimagine some things in the game, because as it stands right now, it's coming out in just 5 months, which makes an alpha feel kind of strange. Like usually an alpha comes out maybe about a year before the actual game. But if the game is coming out in 5 months, that's not enough time to really implement a ton of massive changes to really change the sentiment around this game. And if Bungie cannot change the sentiment around this game is going to tank, okay? We're talking about like, look at this, it said 58 people playing. 58 people playing at noon today. Like, there's like no interest in this game, to the point where like literally no one's playing. Like, we've talked about Destiny being a dead game before. 58 people playing the alpha? 58 people? And look at all these little bumps. These are the bumps where they send out massive amounts of codes to people. So at this point in time, I'm sure there's probably at least 20, 30,000 codes that have been sent out. And out of those people, 30,000 people, let's say, that have codes, 58 of them chose to log in and play Marathon at noon today. Now, again, there's the Destiny ARG going on, so maybe the Destiny players came over here. But like we said, they're supposed to develop their whole new audience, their whole new, it's a whole new genre they're trying to go into. They're trying to build an extraction shooter audience of people that want to play extraction shooters in a more casual manner. It's not looking good for them right now, though. I wanted to bring an update on where Marathon's looking in terms of the stats. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below. And that's a wrap on this one. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.